Good evening, Fin fans, and welcome to another episode of AT Fins News. Today, we're going to be discussing the Miami Dolphins' upcoming game against the Carolina Panthers at Hard Rock Stadium. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so the first thing on deck today, we're going to be talking about the injury report that came out. We have a lot of limited participants as far as like Byron Jones, Xavier Howard, Brandon Jones. I'm really not too worried. Oh, Jerome Baker as well. But I'm really not too worried about the players that were limited. There was reports that came out today that Brian Flores just gave them like a Veterans Day off just to rest up some maybe nagging injuries. But they should be all ready to play this Sunday, which we need each and every one of them. The guy that is out already is Adam Shaheen, our tight end. He got hurt in the Jets game towards the end of it. That begs the question: is this the week we're going to see Hunter Long activated and ready to go? Because I know he's down in the depth chart with all the tight ends we have. He is a rookie, is learning the system, but hopefully we can see Hunter Long make some impact this week and see why we drafted him where we did last year. I'm expecting big things from Hunter Long. He's a phenomenal blocker. He's great at running routes. He did it all at Boston College, so we just want to see it translate to the NFL. And I don't see why he won't be able to do that this Sunday if he gets that opportunity. So I'm pretty excited about seeing that. So let's get down. As far as the Panthers injury report, they only had listed 3 guys on the injury report. They're pretty healthy, so they should be at full strength going into the big Dolphin game this week. This game, guys, it's gonna be one of our tougher games, at least in the last couple weeks, just because the Carolina Panthers offense possess some firepower. Even though Cam Newton's not the quarterback he once was when he first was in Carolina, he does sometimes gives the Dolphins fits, like the last time he played them when he was on the Patriots, week 1 of last year. He pretty much controlled the time of possession by getting out of the pocket, running for first downs. He killed us on the ground, and he made enough passes to beat us. So I think this year, going to face him again with the Panthers, though this time, I think that's the number one thing we need to worry about. We're gonna have to game plan. Our defense gonna have to game plan like we did against the Baltimore Ravens with Lamar Jackson. We need to be able to pass rush Cam Newton, get to him quick, but contain him in the pocket. Don't let him get outside the pocket where he can run and just devastate us when our coverage guys have their receivers locked up, but Cam Newton escapes the pocket and gets a 12-yard run, which is a first down on a third down. We can't have that happen. We have to get off the field on third down by containing Cam Newton and making him what he doesn't really like to do, become a pocket passer. He's not a true pure passer. He never has been. He's more of like just an athletic quarterback. He'll make some passes because he's an athlete. He's one of the top athletes in the world, but you want to contain him in that pocket and make him try to be a pure passer. You don't want to see him burning the defense, because those are all backbreakers when it's a third down and we give up a 12 to 13 yard run, or just because our lanes weren't filled correctly. So we're going to have to be disciplined on our front end of the defensive line, and then have our DBs lock up those receivers, which I don't see a big obstacle. They have Robbie Anderson. We've seen him with the Jets for a few years. He's really fast. He can blow the top off the defense, but I see our DBs matching up well with the wide receivers. It's just stopping Cam Newton from getting outside the pocket. And another thing the defense needs to do to win this game is throw a lot more zero blitzes at Carolina than they did against New York Jets last week. Against the New York Jets, they did do zero blitzing, but it was more they acted like they're going to zero blitz, and then they would drop 3 guys out of that and then go into like a zone coverage. I don't know if you guys noticed it whenever Elijah Moore had that huge touchdown pass with Joe Flacco, and Byron Jones dove and tried to get it, but he missed the ball. It looked like it was a zero blitz coming at Joe Flacco, but I don't know if you noticed Javon Holland and a couple more guys. Two other guys went back. So it wasn't really a zero blitz. It was just a zero blitz look, but they were dropping into coverage, and we got burnt on it. We need to have the same game plan we did, like I said, with the Baltimore Ravens. Let's just keep zero blitzing him, making Cam Newton make quick decisions, and my money's on our defense if we can do that, because he's never been known to be a quick thinker out there as far as reading the defense, knowing where his hot routes is, and just hitting them right away. He kind of sits there with the ball long to try to find a receiver or find a running lane to run. So let's just zero blitz Cam Newton all day, make him just make him uncomfortable as possible. And I like our chances if that's what we do. We don't need to be giving up big third downs when we want to act like we're zero blitzing and go dropping into coverage, because that's when Cam Newton can hurt us when he has that time. Another thing on defense we need to do in order to win this game is and this is probably the most important thing as far as our defense in winning this game, we cannot let Christian McCaffrey beat us. I mean, he's easily top 5 running back in the league when he's healthy. He's great at running the ball through the tackles. He has great speed. Another thing that he's really good at is he can catch the ball out of the backfield. And in this game specifically, I do not want to see Jerome Baker on Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield. We've seen how that's gone when Jerome Baker's been toasted by running backs time in and time again. We need to put someone else on Christian McCaffrey coming out of the backfield. Or I would maybe even put in like Brandon Jones on Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield instead of a Jerome Baker, because all it takes is a couple bad Jerome Baker plays, and Christian McCaffrey can have a field day and really, really hurt the Dolphins' chances of winning this game. So we have to tackle him in between the defensive linemen. We cannot let him escape those tackles and go for another 8 to 10 yards. We have to stop him right at the line of scrimmage and not let him break those tackles. We've been really solid the last few weeks in tackling, a lot better than the beginning of the year. So I expect that to continue. Christian Wilkins needs to have a big day. We need Ogba to rush the passer and not get out of his lane, do it right. Jalen Phillips to keep improving, and I mean, he's as fast as anyone. He can catch Cam Newton if he can catch Lamar Jackson. So we just need all of them collectively to play a good game and play a team defense. Don't try to be a superhero. We don't need any hero ball this game. We just need to play our assignments and do it to perfection time in and time again, and we'll come out with this victory for the defensive side of the ball. At least we can't play hero ball. You got to play fundamentally sound. We got to get after Cam Newton. We got to stop Christian McCaffrey, and we need a zero blitz more. We can't go into the fake zero blitz and drop into zone, because we've been burnt by that a lot this year. And I mean, just stick what you're good at, man. Brian Flores, he knows what this defense is good at, and it's zero blitzing. Even though it puts a lot of pressure on our DBs, hey, man, we have the highest paid DBs in the league collectively. So, I mean, that's the strength of our defense. So put it on them to win this game, which I have all the confidence in the world they can do if we do zero blitzing and make Cam Newton a pocket passer. As far as the offensive side of the ball goes, the keys to victory for me is we need to continue to run the ball. We had a pretty decent day last week running the ball against the Jets. We had over 100 yards rushing collectively. So let's keep that momentum going. I mean, I know Carolina's defense is better than the Jets, but we have to take pressure off our young quarterback, like I keep saying, run the ball, make it easier for him in play action, because they have to focus on they have to at least respect our running game. So that will help to open up throwing lanes, just like we've seen in the last couple of weeks where the defense has blown coverages because they have to respect the run game, because we are feeding Gaskins or Duke Johnson now that he's playing, or Patrick Laird the ball, Salman Ahmed. We need to get them all involved, get them going. A lot of fans are asking about Philip Lindsay but he just got signed off of waivers. He's getting acclimated to the Dolphins, so I do not see him playing this week or next week. He might play. I would say the most likely time he's going to play is after the bye week, or maybe right before. But I wouldn't expect him this week for sure because he's still trying to learn the playbook. But we need to get all those guys involved this week. Let's keep pounding that rock, building continuity. I'm sorry, on the offensive line. I mean, offensive linemen love to run block. They love to get after it. So get those guys moving the pile, and let's just get the running backs eating all day, man. And then as far as another thing for the offense, can we have more? We need to have more than just like our opening drive of the first quarter. I mean, Tua's really good at that. I mean, we score a lot of points on our opening drive, and then he's really great in the fourth quarter. He's actually one of the better quarterbacks in the fourth quarter as far as stats go and the PFF rankings. But it's the in-between game. And he's also really good actually coming out of halftime. I mean, even if our offense is stagnant after our first drive, usually after halftime, our first drive after half is really good and effective as well. It's just all that in between. We need to be more. It's not just Tua's fault. I'm just saying we just need to be more consistent offensively throughout the whole game. Not going on our first drive goes for a scoring TD and then we don't put up any more points in the first half. I mean, I want to see consistently points put up, and that's gonna just make everyone's job much easier as far offensive side of the ball and defensive side of the ball, because we're putting up points consistently. I'm not asking for perfection every time scoring some kind of points, but I mean, let's put up like 17 points in the first half and then another 17 in the second half, or 14 in the second half, something like that. Not just 7, no more points, and then 10 and then no more points. Let's be consistent on offense. Let's get some first downs. Let's methodically move the ball and put up points on the majority of drives. And I mean, we should win this game with ease if we can do that on the offensive side of the ball, especially. I mean, my prediction this week, it's going to be a tougher game than people think. The Panthers are a pretty physical team on the defensive side of the ball, even though their rankings not that great, but they do have playmakers on every level. So we're going to have to execute our offensive game plan to perfection. Our defense is going to have to get after it, like I pointed out earlier. And if we can play complementary football, which we've been getting better at for the last couple weeks, I don't see why we can't come out victorious. I'm predicting the Miami Dolphins 27, the Carolina Panthers 20. So I'm predicting a 7-point win. I don't see, as long as we play our game, I don't see how the Miami Dolphins can't come out with this victory. And it'll be a big win. It'll be our 4th straight. It'll get our record to 5-7, closer to that 500 mark, and that's all we can ask for. With the favorable matchups coming up before our tough last 3 games. So let's make it happen, Miami. Let's get this fan base even more excited and more happy to watch December football, instead of, if they lose this game, then it's pretty much the season's over, so we're just looking for players to progress. But nothing's better than meaningful football in December, and they're working towards that goal. But they just need to get over the Carolina Panthers hump this Sunday. So I appreciate all you guys for watching. Thank you guys all for hitting that like button. And please hit the like button, like I said, and hit subscribe just so we can help this channel grow organically. I do appreciate each and every one of you all, like I always say at the end of my videos. Make a comment in the comment section if you have any questions or comments about the video, and I'll be sure to respond to them. I hope all you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I hope you guys got to spend it with family and friends. And I will be I'll be posting a video on Monday with the reaction to the Miami Dolphins Carolina Panthers game, so be looking out for that. But I'm out. I'm gonna get out of here, you guys. You guys have a great weekend. I love y'all. Peace.